Hi everyone, Flora Sage here. So I want to share with you a couple of thoughts this morning. So years ago, I heard of a theory called the broken window theory. And what the broken window theory is that they meaning experts, in crime were studying broken windows in neighborhoods, and they found that neighborhoods that had broken windows had more crime in them. So what they did was they started to study the effects of repairing broken windows and covering up graffiti nightly. And what happens what happened was in those neighborhoods, crime actually started to drop tremendously. So what does that have to do with personal and spiritual development as well as business development? Well, if you look at your life and you look at the broken windows in your life, and not necessarily an actual physical broken window, but something that is a little off, something that is just not quite right in your life. So for those of you just joining me, hello, I'm Flora Sage. I help you create a life and business that you're excited about. If you're watching this live, go ahead and put hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And I want you to think about what is one thing in your life that is broken. It could be, or in disrepair, okay? So it could be your relationship. It could be your finances. It could be your health. It could be your weight. It could be your spiritual practice or the lack thereof. Let me know what it is in the comments as I'm going to give a couple shout outs. Hello, Kathleen. Hello, Marie. Hello, Nami. Hello, Jody, Michelle. How are you guys? Woohoo! So let me know what's one thing in your life right now that you feel might be broken or in a little bit of disrepair. Tina says, Illinois. I love it. Hello, Anna. Hello, Tina. Awesome. All right. So when you realize that something is broken in your life or something is in disrepair, how do you fix it? How do you fix it? Well, a broken window, that's easy. You go find some place that fixes windows and you find out how much it is. Hello, Ash. And you get it fixed. You save up the money if you need to, or take the money out of savings or your checking account or whatever, and you fix it. But what if it's something that you're not quite sure how to fix? What if it's your relationship? What if it is your bank account? What if it's your business is failing? What if, whatever it is. Hi, Angie. Hi, Linda. So I want you to first and foremost recognize that in order for you to fix anything, you need to recognize what's not working, what's broken, what's not working the way that you think it is or it should. So if you have a notebook, grab a notebook. Hi, Diane. And write down what right now in your life is not really working well. Just jot down a couple of things. And then ask yourself, do I know how to fix this? Okay. You may have an actual broken window in your home. Cool. You know how to fix it? Call a window place, Anderson Windows, glass repair, whatever it is. Find out how much it is, get some estimates, and then save up for it and fix it. Let's just say it's your spiritual practice. Maybe you feel disconnected spiritually and you're not quite sure how to fix that. So one of the ways that you can fix your spiritual practice is ask yourself, okay, so where am I at right now in my life? Personally, when I've been living my life, I know that the different phases of my life require a different type of spiritual practice. Right now I'm an empty nester. And so as an empty nester, I have a very different spiritual practice than what I did when my children were at home. When my children were at home, I was kind of more in like teaching mode and exploratory mode with helping them explore their spirituality and the things that resonate with them and that didn't resonate with them. And And so I also asked myself, what are my needs now for my spiritual practice? What do I feel like I need to do and to have be present in order for me to feel fulfilled spiritually? Let's just say that it's finances, okay? So we got someone so she says, why can't I save money? That's mine. Okay, so look at, do you know how to save money? Did anybody ever teach you about finances and wealth? Finances are the dollar and cents of the day-to-day living, like your checkbook. Wealth is retirement, investment, savings. It's those investment vehicles where you put money in and the money works for you instead of you working for your money. Have you ever learned about money and finances and wealth? You can answer that in the comments if you want to, or you can just, answer it privately. That's totally fine. But ask yourself, has anybody ever taught me how to fix this? Has anybody ever taught me how to have good communication in my relationships? Has anybody ever taught me how to have a healthy body and a strong body? Has anybody ever taught me how to create a business? Has anybody ever taught me how to use my intuition? So give yourself permission to ask yourself this, because this is the thing, is that so often people have not been taught how to do something, and then therefore they are failing at it as an adult, or they're struggling with it. And that's totally okay. Like, if you've never been taught to do something, why do you feel that you need to know how to do it if you've never been taught? Okay? I really want you to think about this. And give yourself a break when it comes to recognizing, wow, you know what? I don't know anything about finances because I was never taught. Perfect. Now you know one of the ways that you can fix it. So that's the next step, is first and foremost recognizing, okay, what area of my life do I feel is broken or dysfunctional? And then the next thing is ask yourself, have I ever been taught how to fix this? Have I ever been taught how to have this thing in my life flow well? It's either a yes or no answer. And then if the answer is yes, you have been taught, okay, perfect. Are you doing the things that you know? But if you haven't been taught, okay, perfect. What do I need to find out? What do I want to learn? Do I want to learn how to balance a checkbook? Do I want to learn how to live within my means, or to live within the dollar amount that I'm making every month? Do I need to learn how to invest? Like, what part of money do you want to learn about? And Google it. How do I invest? What's a good book about getting out of debt? And start to Google these things. How do I have good communication with my partner? And there's so many podcasts, there's so many free resources out there to get started, but then also to take it to that kind of next level, there's paid resources as well. There's coaches, there's courses, there's books, there's all kinds of things that you can do to start repairing those things that are broken in your life. And going back to the broken window theory, is that when people see there's a broken window in the neighborhood, they think, well, why should I bother fixing this broken fence? And why should I bother fixing my broken window? And everything kind of goes to hell in a handbasket. But when you come in and you start repairing those things, you start to have a little bit more pride in what it is that you're doing. And you start to have a little bit more confidence in going, oh, wow, okay, so maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do that. And allowing yourself to recognize what you know and what you don't know, and recognize also that this truly is a ripple effect. When you start to do one tiny action, that little 1 degree shift towards what you want, a ripple effect happens. The universe absolutely responds to your energy. So if your life is a shit show and you don't desire anything more, that's what you're going to keep getting. But if you say, no, I want better communication with my partner, I want to learn how to save, I want to do this and I want to do that, and then you start taking action, the universe responds to action. And so what happens is, yes, I want to learn how to save money. And so you Google, how do I save money? And then you start to read this book or that book or whatever. So she says, gone through Dave Ramsey, have a hard time sticking to it. I think it's me and my partner not always being on the same page. Perfect. That's a communication issue. That's a communication issue. It's not knowing what to do and not being able to stick to it. It's a communication issue with your partner and you on getting on the same page. Do you have the same financial goals? Are you a saver? Are you a spender? What's your partner? Are they a saver or are they a spender? Create a spending plan instead of a budget. I'm certified through Dave Ramsey. I know his system. And I choose to use the word spending plan because more people are spenders than savers. And instead of using the word budget, which feels very restrictive, change it to spending plan. Let's look at our spending plan for this month. We've got the mortgage or we've got rent. We've got cell phones, we've got car payments, car insurance, we've got cell phone, we've got groceries, we've got trash, water, sewer, electric, gas. We've got all these other things. Hi, Tina. And get on the same page. Do you want to be in debt? Yes or no? Some people don't care about debt. Some people think debt is a good thing because it raises their credit score. Your credit score is an I love debt score. That just says how much debt you've had and that you've been in over the years. So give yourself permission to say, do I like debt? And if you do, admit it. I like being in debt. I like having credit cards. I like it. That's fine. Or you can say, I don't like it and this is why. Hi, Ashley. And get honest with yourself. Get honest with your partner. Maybe your partner likes debt and you don't. Okay. She said, ooh, spending plan instead of a budget is a great idea. I haven't thought about that. And I think that would really, really, really get us on the same page. Perfect. I love it. Hi, Christine. So think about how you can shift your mindset and think about how you can shift the way that you are looking at things. If you're looking at, sticking with the whole debt thing, if you're looking at credit card debt, instead of saying credit card debt, you can say a credit card investment because you actually are theoretically and actually investing in that credit card. You're investing in that company. What does that mean? So let's just say you have a Target card and you buy something for $100 and you are investing in Target, okay? Because you're saying, hey, Target, I'm gonna take this card and you're gonna give me $100 and I'm gonna give you $120 back. So you're paying Target, you are investing $20 extra of your money into Target. So one of the things that I love to help people do is to shift the way that they think about debt. And instead of saying, oh my God, I've got so much credit card debt, no, you actually have credit card investments. And you're choosing to invest in that company instead of yourself. Hi, Sandy. So think about, and this also helps with your energetics, because a lot of the times when people get out of debt, they end up back in debt within 6 months because they're so used to using the word debt. But instead of saying, oh, I've got $10,000 in credit card debt, you're like, oh, I've got $10,000 in credit card investments. And when I'm done investing in that, in those companies, I'm going to choose to invest in myself through 401k, through a Roth IRA, through mutual funds, through whatever it is, and start learning about these things if you don't know anything about them. And if you feel out of the loop and you feel like, what the fuck, I don't even know what that is, Google it. It's so easy. Google it, seriously. If you don't know about something, Google it. I promise you that is like the best thing ever. And I'm surprised at how many more people don't research things that they just don't know how to do. And that's totally okay. But first and foremost, you have to admit to yourself that you have something that you want to do that you're not quite sure how to do it. Sarah said, body shaming is a big challenge for me, battling between healthy norms and the social conventions and expectations that do not match my physical form. Determining what is right for me and will promote a truly healthy form has been a constant struggle. I think some part of me is still trying to fit in and I'm ready to let that go. Perfect. So stop weighing yourself. Stop looking at social media sites that make you feel like shit and start saying, how do I want to feel in my body? How do I want to feel in my body? Do I want to feel strong and healthy? Okay, what does that look like? What does that feel like? What are the characteristics of that for you? And does that feel like getting up and stretching every day? Does that maybe you get up and you walk around the block. Maybe you get up and you do some push-ups or sit-ups, or you just dance around your house, or whatever it is. Or do swimming, or whatever it is. Whatever it is. But do what makes you feel strong and what makes you feel healthy. Okay? And stop looking at the social media pages that make you feel like shit. But also stop looking at the ones that tell you that being overweight is healthy, because it's not. And that's not body shaming, that's just science. Okay? Now, I know a lot of people who run marathons that are overweight, and they're healthy, but they're getting healthier. And they're doing it on their own program and at their own pace, without shaming themselves, without feeling like shit, and without following those pages that make them feel like shit. Because a lot of the times people think, well, if I follow this person's page because they look so like picture perfect, that's going to act as inspiration for me to get my ass off the couch and do something. Well, I've done that. I've followed pages like that. I love like super sexy arms. I've never had super sexy rip tone arms. And I used to follow people because they had awesome arms. I'm like, I want to get arms like that. But you know what? The truth is, I obviously didn't want arms like that, because I never sat there and like lifted all the dumbbells and did all the push-ups and did all the pull-ups and all these other things to try to get that. So I stopped following all those pages, and you know what? I'm totally okay with that. And when and if I really truly want sexy ripped ass arms, I'll get my ass off the couch and I will start to research how to get ripped arms, so that I can be like, oh yeah, look at me, boom. I mean, even when I was in the Marine Corps and I could do push-ups for days, I still didn't have ripped sexy ass arms, and I'm kind of okay with that now. But you have to get honest with yourself. This is how this whole thing works. You have to get honest with yourself about, what do I want? How do I want to feel? And am I really ready to take action? And sometimes we're not ready to take action, and sometimes we are. But the key is to recognize where you're at. Are you ready to take action, or are you not? Do you even know what actions to take? This is the whole premise of the 1 degree shift, is to recognize where you're at and where you want to be. And are you ready to take action? And if you're not ready to take action, give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace, because sometimes we're just not there yet. And that is oh-fucking-K. Seriously, that is okay. But if you are ready to take action, then perfect. Ask yourself, what's one thing that I can do today? Not 10, not 5, not 2, one thing. What's one thing that I can do today that will get me one baby step closer to where I want to be? That's it. What's one thing that I can do? Once you identify that, ask yourself, am I going to do it? Am I committed to doing this one thing today? You might not be ready. You might do it tomorrow. You might do it the next day. But knowing what to do is huge. But then, of course, doing it is that next step. So asking yourself, what's one thing that I can do? And if you're ready, commit to doing that. And when you do it, start to look for evidence that what you're doing is working. That's it. That's what the 1 degree shift is all about. Where am I at? What do I want? Am I ready to take action? Another thing that I love to bring into this is, what's the opportunity in recognizing the situation? What's the opportunity in recognizing that you're done being in debt? What is the opportunity in recognizing that you're done with the body shaming bullshit? What's the opportunity in recognizing that you are absolutely done having shitty communication with your partner? Well, the opportunity is, wow, like literally the world is my oyster. The opportunity is, I get to set the pace. The opportunity is, I get to call the shots. You know what I mean? And then you can ask yourself, okay, so now that I know where I'm at, where I want to be, and I recognize that I'm really willing or not willing to do something about this, and I recognize what the opportunity is, cool. Okay, what's one thing you can do? That's it. One baby, 1 degree shift. Like most people think in order to create lasting change in your life, you have to do like a 360 or 180 degree shift. You got to make a massive change. I'm here to tell you that's the #1 way to fail. You will, because it's too much change too fast. Change is the only thing that's constant. That's the only thing that we can count on. And if you want to embrace change that is constantly happening anyway, is say, what's one baby shift I can take today? What's that little 1 degree shift, the little tiny pivot? And commit to taking that one baby step every day. And when you commit to taking that one baby step, what happens is over time, you are going to be in a completely different direction, flying towards that thing that you want. And you're going to achieve success so much faster if you just focus on that little 1 degree shift. Now, some of you might be thinking, okay, Flora, that's all fine and dandy, but how do I know exactly what that little 1 degree shift is? How do I know, like, intuitively what or where to go next? Well, if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that I teach intuition courses. And we actually just revamped my Intuition 101 class. It's normally $97, but we marked it down to $33. And if you struggle with recognizing what intuitively to do, because this is the whole process for the 1 degree shift, is that 1 degree shift, like what's one thing that I can do? Your intuition is going to come in and say, do this. Boom. Because your intuition knows exactly that little tiny baby little degree that you need to make, that little tiny shift, that little baby step. Your intuition knows. But if you're not quite sure how to recognize your intuition from your ego or your imagination, and how to really have confidence in your intuition, then I invite you to join me for the Intuition 101 program. It is a 12-class program. It's epic. I'm so excited. The classes range anywhere from 5 minutes to 23 minutes. I teach you all the way from how to recognize what intuition is, all the way to giving yourself daily readings using tools if you choose to use them. And through that process, you gain so much confidence in your intuition that this process that I'm teaching you today is going to come just like that. You're going to be like, yep, I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what that next step is. So if you feel that you already have a grasp on your intuition, you're like, oh, hell yeah, I got this. Just take it and run with it. Perfect. Where are you at? What do you want? Are you willing to do something about it? And if you're still kind of struggling, ask yourself, all right, what's the opportunity in knowing where I'm at and where I want to be? What's the opportunity in this? And then what's one thing that I can do right now? And this is where your intuition comes into play. What's one thing that I can do that will help move me from where I'm at to where I want to be? And do it. Commit to taking action. And when you commit to taking action, what happens? You're going to see results. You are going to see evidence that what you're doing is working. So, if you struggle with recognizing what your intuition is and recognizing that you can really trust it and have confidence in it, click the link below, grab this course. Like I said, it's normally $97, but we dropped it to $33 for the next couple of days. If you're watching the replay of this, click it, see if it's still $33, and grab it. Recognize that if you don't know what to do, Google it, or ask your high self, okay, what's one thing I can do? If you're watching this video and you watched it all this way and you struggle with intuition, this is your sign from your peeps, from Spirit. This is a fabulous course, and this will help you create a life that you're excited about. That's my main mission, to help you create a life and a business that you're excited about. Some people that I work with don't have businesses, some people do. But regardless, If you're excited about your life, I'm happy for you. Yay! But if you're not excited about life, this is your opportunity to get excited. So I hope that this serves you today. I love you. Click the link to check out the not the 1 Degree Shift Tribe, the Intuition 101 course, and sign up if you are called, and share this video with anyone who you feel might need to hear this message today. Okay? I love you, and I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous week. Mwah. I'll see you tomorrow for Tune In Tuesday, where I do free group readings. Bye.